Good morning. I just wanted to touch base with everybody, and instead of sending a long email, I thought maybe some audio and a video would be a welcome relief, especially with all the modules and there being so much reading. On this email that I'm sending out, I did attach my notes, so if you want to go back and read those, you can, but you can also just listen and watch if you want. I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know that I know there's a lot of stress and anxiety going on right now at home. Believe me, there's a lot of stress and anxiety here and throughout the district as well. We've met with a lot of teachers throughout the past few days, and we are working, as diligently as we can and as quickly as we can to get this up and running. And we are doing our best. So thank you for your patience and grace through this process. And hopefully, as we continue to work through this, it'll become easier. The platform, you'll be able to understand that, and you'll be able to work a lot more efficiently in the upcoming days. First thing, getting started. Just please make sure that you have gone through those getting started sections for each course with your students. It's really helpful. It describes the course. It talks about the layout, and there's a lot of good information in that getting started piece. So please make sure that you are sitting down and watching that if you haven't already. Also, this course has been designed as like a homeschool course. So you should be working with your student. There should be an adult with your student at all time, just to help them first understand the platform and then help go through content that they may not understand. Once we get rolling, some of the older kids or some of the more independent kids might not need an adult right with them the entire time. But right now, these first few weeks, let's try to make sure there is an adult right there going through the curriculum with them. And as we become more comfortable, you can probably not be there the entire time. They can work through some of it on their own. We're starting to get some issues about projects. People are stressing about projects. The projects are introduced at the beginning of a unit, but it's just the introduction. It's going to tell you what you're going to be doing through the unit. As you work through the unit, there's going to be tasks that you complete. The project isn't due until you go through the entire unit. You'll just be adding things as you go. So if you read that and you're trying to create a project and you have no idea what you're doing, that's because you have to work through it to understand what the project is going to look like. Once you've done the project, ASU suggests that you take a picture or a couple photos with your phone, you email it to yourself, download it onto your desktop, and then upload it to the platform. So hopefully once you get there, you're able to do that. So the PACE plan, this is a big error on our part. We missed this bit of information, and hopefully this is a little bit of a stress reliever for you guys. The middle school and high school platforms are different than the elementary school. We were under the assumption that what they sent us was for one semester, but what they sent us is actually an entire year. So Nancy and I are going to be working very diligently today to get that corrected. So your workload every week should be cut in half for most of your courses. So hopefully that's some good news. And we apologize for that error. I know there was a lot of anxiety about that. We've had a couple phone calls and emails about it. And just through the chaos, we missed that bit of information. So we're going to go through and shut off a couple of units and then repace the courses for you. So again, we apologize, but hopefully that's a welcome little bit of relief for you. Grading. We know how important it is to get quick feedback to students, but right now we're just unable to do grading the way that we would like to be. We've been tasked with some other duties as assigned by the district, so we're trying to help other teachers through the district get up and running. So unfortunately, grading is not going to be happening as quickly as we would like to, or you would like it to happen. So please just be patient with us. We're going to get there, I promise. But right now, we have some other more pressing issues so that other students have teachers that are confident with Canvas. Last thing that I just wanted to touch on is student work. We have done a little bit of grading, but we've had to kind of pivot in the last probably half day. I think it was yesterday sometime where we really had to start pivoting our attention to other areas. But we did notice that when we were grading, there were several incomplete assessments. So there were just answers blank on several of them, or maybe they were just completely blank. And there was also a couple of things where the answers just did not correspond at all with what was going on. So we really hope that during the assessments that there is an adult there to help the students read the questions, what the assessment is asking, so that we can avoid some of those problems in the future. We are able to grant retakes, and over probably the first half quarter to quarter, we're going to be pretty gracious with retakes, and we're going to be granting them if a score is below passing, which is a 78% at this point. But as the school year wears on, we're going to be probably become less generous with retakes, because you should become familiar with the platform and the expectations. So yeah, just please be aware of that, and please help your students get through the assessments. Hopefully this was more good news and a little bit of a stress reliever for you all. And we'll keep working through it on our end, and you guys keep working through it on your end. And we hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend. All right, talk to you later.